Okay, I started out by going to shapes. I use a rectangle, a circle, and a rounded rectangle. I took the rectangle and dragged it to the bottom of the page to where it's touching the bottom, and you don't want to go up no more than halfway up the page. Now go and take a circle and put the circle above that rectangle. Whatever color you want your hippo or animal creature that you're making to be, go ahead and make that color now. So it should be, if you want to have a pink hippo or whatever you're making, then go ahead and select pink. And I'm going to go ahead and do the rounded rectangle and probably go ahead and make that the same color. So I'm going to click on the blue circle. I'm going to go up to the circle field. I'm going to copy that code. Then click on the other shape. Sometimes it will automatic, when you hit copy and you click on it, it will automatic change the color. But if you do not change the color, go up to field and highlight the code and hit paste.
Can we do that to the rectangle too?
Now only this right here is different. This is just a sign that your hippo is going to be on top of. I'm going to go ahead and click on that rounded rectangle, and I'm going to do Control D to duplicate it and drag one over and make it smaller. That's going to be probably for the ears, but I'm going to leave it there. Now this one over here, I'm going to drag it down, making it longer. And I'm going to leave it for right now. I'm going to click on the circle. I'm going to double click on it to where I can edit. I'm going to click on that bottom square. And when I see the two circles on the lines, I'm going to drag one of them out, making it wider at the bottom. Then I'm going to go and click on the two squares on the side. And you want to click on one of them and drag the top circle in. Then click on the other one, square on the outside, on the side, and then drag that top circle in. It's going to make your circle look more like that candy called a dot. If you are satisfied with the shape of the face, probably going to make it a little bit bigger by dragging one of my corners out. I'm going to go over here to this part over here. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it better. And then I'm going to double click on the rounded rectangle. And all you have to do now is just drag the bottom squares in on both sides. Then I'm going to click on the white page. I'm going to click and drag this over. I'm going to rotate it. Then I'm going to put it down on top of the and if you want to make this more round at top on that ear, you can leave it flat. If you want to make it round, you can click on it, double click, add another square up top, double click on it, that square. When you see those two circles, you can drag it up and it will round it out. But you don't have to do that. I'm going to go ahead and click on this one ear, Control D. Then I'm going to go across, and then I'm going to hit the flip horizontal, then drag it across to the other side, and try to get them to be even with a line below showing that they're at the same level, or a line up top showing that they're at the same level. Once you have this shape and you have the two ears on it, you can go ahead and select one ear, hold shift, click on the other ear, then the head. Once you have all three of them selected, you want to hit the unite or add icon. And please check and make the line for your border or the stroke thicker. I'm going to make it black or a color where I can see it.
And make it all one shape.
Again, if you want to make it all one shape, I'm going to click on one ear, hold the shift key, click on the other ear, and then click on the head. You have to hold the shift to select all three shapes. And the first option right here where it says unite, see it? Click on it, and you can make it as one. Then you can go over to the border, probably make that stroke black, make the number bigger so we can see it, and I'll probably make a thick line, at least 5. It's gonna be more of a cartoon like. Now this is one thing I noticed by playing with Vectr that you can do. I'm going to double click on this rounded rectangle. Then I'm going to go to the outside and I'm going to click one time. Then I'm going to double click it to where I can see those 2 circles on the end. When you see those 2 circles, you can click and move it out and it will make it more curved. It's a more uniform curve than clicking on the circles and dragging in and out. Then we do the same thing on this side. Click one time, double click on it. See the 2 circles on the outside of it? Then you can drag it in the same direction. I'm going to come up top on this corner and I'm going to drag it down to give it that shape. So drag that top corner down. I need to at least see this for the arms. And if you're satisfied with this, click on the white, then click back on it. I'm going to go ahead and add a border. Make sure that line for this stroke is going to be black. I have to check first. I got to check it. Select black and take the number up again to 5 or 6. Take this one arm, and I'm going to take it and stick it behind, make it a little bit thicker. You have to at least do this. Now, if you're satisfied with this arm, you can go ahead and click on it, Control D, flip it horizontal, drag to the other side. I'm going to go back to my shapes and do a circle. I'm going to do one small one, and then I'm going to do a bigger one. The bigger one, I'm going to go back to if it's the same color as the face, I want it to be a color that's going to be either lighter or darker. So I'm going to make mine darker. I'm going to drag it down to the bottom of the face. I'm going to make it the same width. Now, if you struggle with this part, I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to click on the bottom square. Then I'm going to drag it out. I'm going to drag it down first. And then I'm going to drag it out to where it's going to be even with the black lines on the bottom, or close to it. So I make my lines on the face a little bit thicker. And again, if you struggle with that part, then just take the other eye, the other circle, make it black. Go ahead and make the eye, Control D. Want the eyes to be close together. Click on this bottom circle, double click on it. I'm gonna drag those lines until they get even with the black. Click on the eye, Control D, drag it down. And if you don't see it, you need to hit the send to front until it's visible. And then make it bigger. Control D it. And these 2 circles should be on the outside of the eye. Go back to my shapes, rounded rectangle or square, make that white. I'm going to add a thin stroke line, double click on it, and then I'm going to drag in the top 2 squares for that. So I drag in the top 2 squares for the rounded rectangle, click and drag it down to the bottom. You can leave it straight down. If you want to rotate it, rotate it. Control D it. flip horizontal, drag to the other side. And again, these two teeth, or they should be outside of the nostrils. So everything's going down at an angle. I'm gonna take one of these. I'm gonna do Control D on it, drag it up, make it shorter, accent smaller, change the color. I'm gonna rotate it. Duplicate it by doing Control D, flipping it horizontal. I'm gonna add a border to that sign as well. Then you need to put some word or something on the sign or the bucket or box that the tub that the hippo is in. So you just type in hippo. Make the box for the hippo bigger, like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pick the font style I want. So I took my words and I added a shadow because my words are black. I can't make my shadow black. So you need to have your creature that you made on top of the tub and add some type of words, even if it's just hippo on it. Once you finish, you need to export it. Before you do it as a PNG,